Coming up today on Studio 13 Live. The Weeknd is at it again, this time becoming the world's most popular artist. We're telling you all about the Guinness World Record he just broke.
Plus, Foreign National is showing us how to make one of their classic cocktails and a mocktail.
Then Acts on Stage is giving us a look at their new show Pipeline and how their program changes lives, including the life of their lead actor.
And Barcelona is showing us how to make their Neapolitan pizza. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We are so happy to have you. I'm Carly Henderson.
And I'm Mireya Garcia. We're just laughing because we misheard each other and it led to hilarious results. But we're ready to have fun. And you know, today is Young As You Feel Day, which is meant to really inspire people, let them know that they should not let their age limit them. Now, is there anything that you feel like you're not young enough to do anymore?
I feel like now I definitely take less like physical risks when it comes to like trying snowboard jumps and stuff like that, which is kind of unfortunate.
But you still snowboard.
Yeah, I do. And
That's still a baddie
I don't
in my
know,
book.
but I just think more about like my health and like stuff like that. I don't want to take this in a depressing turn.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, it's important to take care of yourself.
What about
Absolutely.
you?
So I do Olympic weightlifting, and I used to love max day, you know, really putting as much as you possibly could on the bar. I don't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to risk it, even though I've never had like a really serious injury.
What age would you say you feel?
I still feel like I am 28, and we'll just say that I am, baby.
I was gonna say 28 too.
yeah. Because that feels like I felt very like solid and like I was coming into myself at that age, and I don't feel like I've changed all that much.
Yeah, I feel like I've lived a lot of lives and had a lot of different life experiences, but I also don't feel older than that, so we'll go with that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, well, of course, we have been talking a lot about Taylor Swift's Eras Tour this week, just launched, so we're all excited. But we haven't talked about this yet. The security.
Yeah, so one security guard named Pocket has gone viral on TikTok for her performance during one of the concerts in Arizona. Take a look at this. So she was caught on video singing and dancing and jamming out to Swift's song Blank Space. It's a really sweet video that now has more than 11 million views. And it just really shows how you can have fun and make the best of every situation no matter what you're doing. I feel like she feels young at heart too.
Absolutely.
She's having a good time jamming out there. Pocket's living her best life.
Yeah, go Pocket. My goodness, I love it. We all should be dancing. You can dance and do your work, okay?
So cute, yeah.
So get this, The Weeknd is now the most popular musician in the world. That is according to Guinness World Records. Look, no matter how you feel about this guy, he really knows how to make a bop, okay? The Weeknd now officially holding the record for most monthly listeners on Spotify. He was also the first artist to reach 100 million monthly listeners on the app. The Weeknd has almost 30 million more monthly listeners in second place, which is Miley Cyrus, who's also super cool. And then the closest male challenger, Ed Sheeran, with 77 million monthly listeners.
Look at that. He boycotted the Grammys, and now he's winning Guinness World Records for most monthly listeners.
Yeah.
So people are still listening to him a lot. I mean, he has so many hits.
He really does. But we were having an interesting conversation because, you know, some people may not like the content of the songs. And I think it's a tricky one because it's so happy and upbeat.
Yeah.
And I think it's not like immediately obvious what he might be singing about.
Yeah.
I was singing along to one of his songs on the radio, and then, like this was years ago, then I was like, ooh, that is about drugs.
Oh my.
Oops.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm always like beat and melody and all of that first and then lyrics, but sometimes when you listen to the lyrics, you'll be a little surprised by that.
A little shook.
But he has a lot of hits.
He does.
Fans are going the extra mile, literally, to see their favorite artists in concerts. And some say that it's even cheaper to buy a plane ticket to Europe and see the concert there than buying tickets in the U.S. This is nuts. One woman from Dallas said that she's going to Stockholm to see Beyonce and still manage to save money even with the flight included. Is this becoming too much, or are people just getting that much more dedicated?
No, it is too much. It should not cost you less to travel this way to see the artist that you love. But I will say this, if you can get a vacation out of the deal, have fun.
Have fun.
Do it.
And it'll make you love that city so much, too.
Yeah.
If you go to a new city and see an amazing concert there. I actually kind of like this idea of just like looking, seeing who's performing where, and then booking a trip around that, because then you have one thing that you know is just going to be absolutely outstanding when you're in that city.
Yeah, you don't have to plan for that day, right?
Yeah, sounds great.
So let's talk about two very beautiful people with a little bit of drama surrounding them, okay? So Jennifer Lopez is set to star in her husband, Ben Affleck's new movie. It is a biopic about a former Arizona state wrestler, Anthony Robles, who won a college wrestling championship despite being born with only one leg. And Lopez will star alongside Jarrell Jerome, who is best known for his role in Moonlight. Now, I do say they have a little drama surrounding them because, of course, we saw some images of Ben not looking super happy recently, but also they did Geely together.
I know.
That was not the vibe.
It was not the vibe, but I feel like we do have to remember that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon gave us Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
They've done a lot together, and this is Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's production company together. So I feel like it's going to turn out a little bit better, but how awkward would it be to be a crew member on that set? And just, I don't know, I feel like even after watching the Grammys and seeing their interactions, which we were all dissecting with magnifying glasses, I feel like the crew members on set are going to be doing that, because J-Lo's definitely the alpha in that relationship, right?
Yeah.
They're both powerful, rich, famous, all the things, but like J-Lo's in charge there. So I don't know how she's going to feel with Ben Affleck being in charge on set.
We'll have to see, but we do wish them the best.
We wish them the best, and I will be curious to see how it turns out. Actor Chris Hemsworth and his wife are facing criticism over a birthday prank on their son. So a photo on Hemsworth's Instagram shows his wife shoving one of their son's faces into a cake for his 9th birthday. People have gone off in the comments saying it was too much and not funny. Other people chiming in saying, this is a prank we've all heard of before. It's just part of basic humor. I love just like looking at all the little details in this photo too. If you see the way Chris Hemsworth is standing, the dog in the background that's like, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be part of this right now.
That is amazing.
I feel like this is just a golden family photo that you're just going to have for the rest of your life. And people who are so offended by this need to just get in touch with reality.
Just chill. You know what? I definitely had my face shoved in a cake as a kid, and I'm doing A-okay. But I will say this. One, I wouldn't call this a prank. That's elevating it a little too high for me. But, you know, in all seriousness, as a parent, I think you would want to understand your child's personality, because I can understand that there are some children that maybe would not like that. But if this child is rambunctious and silly and crazy and, you know, all the things that young children can be, it's probably fine.
It's probably fine. Yeah, clearly she wouldn't have shared it with the world if there was like family drama behind it or anything like that too. She's very sarcastic with her captions, so it's all good, y'all.
I think so. I think it's just fine.
I think it is.
So get this, Blockbuster is making a comeback. Maybe. We are not exactly sure what's going on, but something's going on, because their website is back online. So all the website has is, take a look at this, okay? It says, we are working on rewinding your movie, which gives me like 90s vibes. I love that. So some people actually think that the traditional stores are coming back. I'm not entirely sure about that, but others think that the company could be entering the streaming world, which would be kind of like their second go around. They didn't do like streaming, but they did that online thing for a while. I feel like maybe that's it.
I feel like that could be it too. I mean, there's so many streaming services now too, like with everything that you have on your smart TV and everything. Why not just get in that game? People love nostalgia. We were talking about it yesterday. There was that 90s con that took place last weekend. I feel like there was a pop-up Blockbuster store in Los Angeles where people were going and experiencing it, probably some Gen Zers who had never done it before. So I think it's great they're reinventing themselves. They're definitely in the cultural conversation. So keep going with it, Blockbuster. milk it.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows? They could surprise us. Maybe there will be a whole store. I mean, there's still red boxes around, but I have a feeling it's going to be streaming.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right, well, still to come here on Studio 13 Live, it is time for top entertainment headlines with TMZ.
Yes, Gisele Bündchen is addressing rumors about why her marriage with NFL star Tom Brady ended, and the reason goes far beyond football. We'll be right back.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sun shining through the clouds.
Ooh, I get so excited when I hear that little song because that means, that's right, it is time for What is Poppin' in Celebrity News.
And for that, we're bringing in Fabian Garcia from TMZ. Hey, Fabian.
Hey, you guys, how you doing? I like that song too, just saying.
It's good, right?
Good little pop, yeah.
It is. It's a nice little beat.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to kick it off with a more serious topic. I know after calling 911 on herself to get help over the weekend, sounds like Amanda Bynes is going to be spending a little bit more of an extended period of time getting the psychiatric care that she needs.
That's right. She is currently hospitalized, and we're being told that she's going to continue staying hospitalized for a few days longer, at the very least, just to kind of get back on her feet. This story is kind of getting sadder and sadder the more we learn about it. We've heard that over the past few days leading up to Sunday, when she was found in downtown Los Angeles, unclothed and naked, she had apparently been wandering the streets of LA in the days prior to that. So what we're hearing is that, I guess on Thursday, her car had kind of broken down, gotten towed out in Long Beach. And if you know anything about LA, Long Beach is quite a ways from central Los Angeles. It's a good 15, 20 miles or so. So she somehow made her way from Long Beach up to like the Hollywood area. Unclear if she hitchhiked or if she took public transportation. But in any case, she was there in Hollywood. Once she was in Hollywood, we're hearing that she did, in fact, hitchhike, went kind of back and forth between Hollywood and Beverly Hills. There's video of her kind of roaming the streets, seeming kind of incoherent. We have that video up on our website. And that all kind of culminated on Sunday when, again, she was found unclothed in downtown LA, was able to call 911 for herself, which is great. She's currently hospitalized. So here's hoping she gets the help that she clearly needs.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm glad she's in a safe place right now, and we're just sending her all the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, moving on to a story that just will not end. They may have gotten divorced, but the stories keep coming. Tom Brady's ex-wife, Gisele Bündchen, is addressing rumors about why the two split, saying that she did not make him choose between herself and his football career. What can you tell us about this?
That's right. So she spoke to Vanity Fair, and I believe this is kind of like her first big public interview since the divorce. There's been this narrative going on for, I don't know, well over a year now that Gisele kind of gave him this ultimatum. It's either me or it's football. And a lot of people have speculated that Tom chose football and that she basically divorced him because of that. What she's saying is that that is not true. She did admit that football was, quote unquote, one piece of the puzzle, but she said it's part of a much larger puzzle. She didn't really go into details about what the other factors were, but she kind of vaguely said, look, we were growing apart. Our visions for our future were not necessarily the same anymore. You know, kind of cryptic talk there. Who knows what that even means? But in any case, she says she still has love for Tom. She wants his dreams to come true, wishes him all the best, which is good. They're classy people. Tom Brady's classy. Gisele, as we can see in this interview, is also classy. And look, people grow apart. It's life. You fall out of love, and they're grown, and they're going to move on.
Yeah, I'm glad that she had a chance to kind of set the record straight, too, because that was the narrative for so long. And I'm sure there is some truth to it, but I'm glad she got to expand on that a little bit. And I really enjoyed this article, too, because she was talking, like, the kind of focus and background of it was, like, her being witchy, which I thought was interesting. She's like, yes, I like astrology. I like crystals. Call me a witch if you want. So this is kind of like a funny, interesting part of the article.
Yeah, we love her crunchy granola vibe, you know?
It's a nice little sneak peek into Gisele's mind there, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fabian, thank you so much for joining us today.
For sure. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. All right, coming up, Foreign National is one of the bars participating in Seattle Cocktail Week.
Yeah, they're actually joining us to make one of their special classics, including a special kind of Negroni. Check that out. We'll be right back. You know what that means. It is time for Seattle Sips, where we check out some amazing drinks in our area.
Yes, and today we're joined by Adam Alley, the bar manager at Foreign National. Hi.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Welcome. We're excited to have you. So Foreign National, located in Capitol Hill. Tell us about the ambiance of the bar.
Ooh, the ambiance.
You're speaking our language.
It's a very dark, intimate, 35-seat bar. Very busy on the weekends. I suggest coming in on the weekdays if you have the opportunity. But giant disco ball, pink bathroom, very, very cool.
Ooh, I love
sounds
that.
very good.
Photo opportunities in there too.
Many photo opportunities.
What are we making today?
Well, we're going to start out with our alcoholic cocktail. We call it the Hirata Negroni. One of the reason we call it the Hirata Negroni is because we use a local spice blend via Hirata.
Okay.
It's a Ross Halanut. I don't know if you're interested, if you've had that before, but it is Moroccan for best in shop. So usually it is whatever the shop believes to be their best mix of spices.
That's
So
so
could it
cool.
be different every time?
It could be.
And what are you putting in now?
So this is the Ross Halanut tincture that we use to kind of, pump up that flavor. We also put it in the vermouth blend that's in here as well.
Very nice.
Love a little tincture.
I know.
nothing wrong with a little tincture.
Speaking of being witchy, no.
Yes. So talk to me about, what do you think this bar is perfect for? Date night, friends hanging out, all of it?
Absolutely.
All the
It's a little, it's good for everything, but it's definitely a date night spot.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Ooh.
It kind of reminds me of in Japan. If you've ever been to the Golden Guy area, there's little 8-seat bars that you go to, and they're
Ooh.
super tiny. I love a tiny bar.
Feels extra special.
Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely extra special. We do have one big table,
Yeah.
but it's definitely, I call it Two-Spot Tuesday. A lot of times people will come in on a Tuesday on a date because, everyone's favorite day for a date.
Yeah.
All right.
How do you like being in Capitol Hill?
It's new for me. I used to work in Fremont. And I really like Capitol Hill. It's you get a good mix of new people as well as a good mix of regulars as well.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Nice.
All right, we're going to strain it next.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I can see why you're the bar manager, because you really take care for every step.
Yes,
try.
absolutely.
I try to stay clean too, and I just splash.
You
it.
are.
That's okay.
That's okay.
It
There
happens.
we go.
All right,
We were
what's
setting
next?
stuff on fire yesterday, so.
Oh,
So we're doing
just,
okay.
Just
Here
you
we
wait.
go.
We're about to set some stuff on fire again.
Oh, here we go.
Beautiful.
What? Are you lighting an orange
Yeah,
peel
I'm gonna
on
do
fire?
a little. Let's see if it works. Now that I'm on TV, it probably won't work. But, I'm just gonna toast the. There we go.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
not expecting that. I did panic for a
Does that
second.
always
There we
happen?
go.
Are,
Yeah,
is that supposed to happen?
It's
Is that
supposed to happen. It doesn't always
Supposed to
happen.
happen.
Is that
Sometimes
the
you.
oil that you were squeezing
It is,
out?
yeah.
and
So
it's
it should just
Oh
give a
my
little
gosh.
roasted orange scent to it.
beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
But sometimes you get a bum orange, and then, and then everyone's watching, and then all of a sudden you do it, and
right.
everyone's like, "What was that? Was supposed
It
to
looks
be?"
so fun with your nails.
Look at that.
Look how
Ooh,
cute
yes.
your nails are.
Look at that. So this is the alcoholic
This is.
cocktail, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a little sip.
Sippy sip.
I'm getting the smoke. That's beautiful. Ooh,
Love it.
very
Maybe a little
nice.
baking spice, a little gin, a little plum.
And you got a
Yeah.
mocktail for us,
I do
too.
have that
Let's
as
get
well.
into that.
Let's do that.
What kind of mocktail is it?
So we're using Pathfinder Amaro, which is a slightly local, non-alcoholic Amaro that some friends of mine have started recently.
Cool.
Like Mr. Moxie is one of the brands that's affiliated with it.
Beautiful.
Great.
This gives me fall vibes in the best way.
Can I smell that one?
Yes.
I'm just always loved
I
to
drank
smell.
from this side if you want to
No, that's okay.
taste.
Oh, yeah, that is like a fall vibe.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh.
And for anyone who doesn't know, what is Amaro?
It's a bittersweet liqueur,
Okay.
normally found from Italy. But like I said, this one's American. There are plenty of American ones, as well as from all over the world. But all you need is a bittering agent, alcohol, and sugar.
Great. And what are you putting in now?
This is a little bit of grenadine just to sweeten it up a little bit.
Okay.
Because all that's in here is that Pathfinder, pineapple, lime, and that grenadine.
And talk to us about how exciting it is to come up with these fun little cocktails or a twist on a more traditional cocktail.
It's, the best part of the job, obviously.
Yeah.
But you get kind of different aspects of it. sometimes you're like, I want this flavor. I'm gonna make a drink based off that flavor. Sometimes you make something just because you like that spirit and you're like, I just want to talk about that spirit.
Yeah.
But I try to do a little of everything. Let me get my ice real quick.
Okay. And I know you guys have a lot of really fun flavors. I was looking at your menu. They have like curry, wasabi.
In the drink?
Yes.
Love that.
How do you make
exciting.
wasabi taste good in a drink? Does that clear out the sinuses?
So first of
Actually,
all,
maybe that's what I need right now.
we use like the rhizome. Not that you can get wasabi right now, because it's all out. But you have to take the real wasabi rhizome. You have to grate it up and then infuse it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I'm just gonna shake this real
Okay,
quick.
do it. Wow, you're
like a
a really
little
cool shaker. Look how cool he looks. He could be on stage with BTS or
I love
Harry
beat.
Styles.
Basically on
Sir,
stage
are you a
every day.
backup dancer?
I know, that was a good beat.
I am from Las Vegas, you know.
I like it.
So what is this gonna taste like?
This one is gonna be kind of like you were saying fall earlier. It's gonna have those baking spices, but it's gonna have a little tropical vibe.
Okay.
As well as keep you coming back for more with a little bit of bitter.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you guys have food there too?
We do. Our stateside next door, our sister restaurant, they make our food, and we have stuff like cheeseburger bows. We have duck rolls.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Cool.
All right.
And then how do we garnish this?
This one, I
This
just
is
like
straight
the
up.
foam to be the garnish.
Oh
Yeah, it's just straight up, girl.
Thank you.
All right,
Oh,
describe
it smells like cool and fruity and light. Let's see. Ooh, I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the flavors you'd say are in this?
I would say clove. I'd say pineapple, a little pomegranate from the grenadine as well.
This is fantastic. I will be finishing this
Cheers,
beverage.
girl.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. And Adam, thank you for
Thanks.
coming and
Yeah.
treating us here for National. Is also going to be participating in Seattle Cocktail Week, and you can find more information on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13 Live.
Yeah, still to come on Studio 13 Live, a woman and her camera reunited after being lost in a river 13 years later.
Oh my gosh, we're going to tell you more about this amazing story and about how it all happened. That is coming up next.
I wanna see you smile.
Well, there is just so much to celebrate, and today marks the first day of Ramadan. This is the Islamic holiday where Muslims fast from sunrise to sunset, and they take part on this holy month. The reason behind the fast is to practice self-restraint and to bring them closer to God. Muslims are also encouraged to be more charitable during the holiday month. Ramadan is observed roughly the entire month, and if you'd like to greet your Muslim friends or neighbors, the terms you could use are Ramadan Mubarak or Ramadan Kareem.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's nice to learn new stuff about people. And one of the things I really just love about, Puget Sound is that there is just such a variety of people here, so you get to learn a lot about everybody's special occasions.
I know, it's great learning about different celebrations and everything too. And actually, a fourth of all of the world celebrate Ramadan.
Beautiful.
Too. So that's 2 million people, which is really interesting. Can't have coffee, can't have water.
Yes.
That is physically challenging. So sending strength to everybody that,
Absolutely.
does that. Wow. A woman has been reunited with a digital camera after she lost it in the river 13 years ago.
Wow.
The craziest part is that the SD card was intact and the photos were still there.
Whoa.
So this woman was on a rafting trip in Colorado in 2010 when she got tossed from a tube, making her lose her camera. Fast forward to 2023 when a fisherman pulled it out of nearby sand just over a mile from where she fell out of that tube. He posted about the camera and about its contents and photos on Facebook in hope of finding the owner. The woman was traced back to the photos. I love this.
Look at this.
And couldn't believe it. And the best part was getting to see those photos on the SD card because, you don't always back up your photos that much. So she saw her dog's puppies, and the fisherman is going to send her the photos this week. That is like the most
Wild.
beautiful side of the internet. People rallying to find the person whose photos this belong to. I mean, that's just incredible, right?
I really cannot believe it. It's just astonishing to me that, sometimes you just lost something and it comes right back to you. In college, this is random, but in college, I lost my high school ring. We did little high school rings. And then 3 months later, I got a call from a police department and they were like, hey, someone turned in your ring. They found it.
Oh,
I like to believe in the good of people, and stuff like that really shows that to
Yeah,
me.
definitely. I feel like the maker of this SD card should turn this into a commercial. Pay this person some money and then, make this the whole ad. This will survive many years underneath water.
Many years. It's wild.
Yeah.
All right, well, gender-neutral baby names are coming back and becoming more and more popular. So this is according to a new report, but it's not for the reason you might think, though. I don't know what reason you're thinking about, right? But a name expert told The Atlantic that there is a rise in those gender-neutral names because parents are wanting unique names for their babies. And that means doing away with any traditional name trends with gender associations. So if you are starting to hear more unique baby names, that's why. Now, I read this, it's pretty interesting. It's actually most popular in the South right now. And the names we're talking about that are getting more popular are names like Morgan, Robin, Sam, Billy, and Frankie. And I'll tell you, I've never met more Taylors, both men and women, in my life than when I lived in Oklahoma.
Really?
I know so many Taylors, so this definitely tracks with my experience.
That's so interesting. Yeah, I've always loved like a guy's name for a girl or a girl's name for a guy, like the name Ryan for a girl, different things like that, switching it up. Ashley for a guy. I think it's always really cool. So I love this idea of people being more unique with it, and it'd be great to come up with a one-syllable neutral baby name.
One syllable?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love a one-syllable name. It's always been my dream to have a one-syllable first or last name.
Start calling you Carl.
Sounds good. So cool. You wouldn't be the first, Mireya. I love it. The Ringling Brothers Circus is making a comeback, but with a big change. So this event is going to come back with only human acts now. So this comes 5 years after shutting down following criticism for their use of the circus animals. In place of the animals, producers of the show were highlighting people with rare talents and skills. The new show goes on a 50-city tour kicking off this fall, but it is not making a stop in Seattle.
Very interesting, though.
Yeah, very interesting. Have you ever been to a circus before?
I have. I've been to a few circuses with animal acts as a child. And I will say that as a child, I didn't really think much of it. It was exciting and fun. But as an adult, you really kind of see the negative impact this has on animals, and it just breaks my heart. So I think that I really love this decision.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what they do with it. I'm envisioning like Cirque du Soleil vibes, maybe a little bit more action, at least from what I remember of circuses,
Yeah. When I lived in New York, I loved Coney Island. It's just such a unique place, and there's a year-round kind of circus vibe. It's called a sideshow, the Coney Island sideshow, and there are like fire breathers there and sword swallowers. Actually, one of my old co-hosts was a sword swallower too.
Like for real?
She still does it too. I was looking it up this morning. I was like, is she still up to that?
Is there a trick to it?
Traveling the world,
Does she
doing
tell you?
it. I don't know.
Oh my
I don't know. Lots
gosh.
of practice, I think, too. But I mean, I'm picturing that kind of stuff for the circus.
Yeah.
So just people doing things that would be so difficult for any, one who is untrained at swallowing swords
Us
to do.
regular dummies can't do that, for sure. Speaking of myself, of course. So listen to this. There is a new self-care routine that is taking over TikTok. Not sure how I feel about it. It is called the Everything Shower.
The time has come. We're doing an everything shower. And keep in mind, this is just the prep. The shower is where all the real stuff happens. That's where all the man work goes into. There was a reason us ladies only do this like once a month, and that is because it is literally a day process. First order of business.
All right, so essentially it is a very, very long shower. We're talking about an hour or more, which I do not love, water-wise.
Yeah.
But it's a self-care routine that you don't do all the time, as she said, you do it from time to time, because you do a lot of extra things like putting on a hair mask, exfoliating, you go the extra mile with the skincare routine. So for this trend, you would bring out all of your beauty products and treat yourself while you're taking a shower. And I have to say, I feel like I've done this before and it's taken 25 minutes. So I don't know what the heck you're doing for 1 hour or more.
It seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. That's what I call a bath, too.
Yeah.
Just relax and lay down. Who wants to stand up for a whole hour and a half in the shower?
Can you imagine?
Just take a bath and kick back.
Yeah.
Treat it as your own personal hot tub.
I will say, so this is the thing about me. I think baths are so gross. I think they're disgusting.
I love a bath. They are disgusting. You have to take a shower after the bath.
So here's my thing. I like to take a shower first, be clean, and then take the bath and sit in the oils, you know, and moisturize.
That's actually really smart considering the amount of hair products that we use.
Yeah.
You know, wash that out, because that is the thing that kind of grosses me out in my bath. I'm like, I'm laying in all my hairspray and
Imagine.
everything.
And
I think you're doing it right.
I don't know, but like also because, you know, young children usually get baths, and
Yeah.
if my son's been playing extra hard, as he should, as
Yeah.
a little boy, there's that ring around the tub at the end. Like,
That's extra gross, yeah.
Ooh, that's dirty. But might I
On that
recommend,
note.
I know, might I recommend, you know, turning off the water from time to time if you want to do this extra long.
Yeah.
All right, still to come here on Studio 13 Live, Acts on Stage Theater Company opened its doors in 2020 with the mission to change the lives of its actors and audience.
Yeah, we're going to get a look at their upcoming production called Pipeline, including a special performance. We'll be right back.
Wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait.
Acts on Stage is a new theater company that is in White Center that launched at the start of the pandemic, which is just so wild. Their mission is to focus its work on elevating the voices, talents, and works of people of color.
Yeah, their new show Pipeline opens March 31st, and today we're joined by the founder, Michelle Lang Raymond, director Isaiah Anderson Jr., and the lead actor, Joshua Webb. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks
Good
for
to be
coming
here.
in. Michelle, talk to us about kind of what inspired you to open Acts on Stage.
Yeah, you kind of already said it. You know, we know that there's a lot of theaters in the Seattle area, but we really wanted to open a theater with the distinction of centering voices of color, the works of color, talents of color, and for creatives of faith. Both Isaiah and I, we've been Black our whole life, and we've been people of faith.
You don't say. You don't say.
Yeah, we sent the memo, but just in case. We've been Black our whole life, but we have also been people of faith most of our life, and we wanted to create a space where those kinds of people, or those people, I should say, felt like they could share themselves creatively and they could share who they were as artists. And so that's why we started Acts on Stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Isaiah, you co-founded and are directing the production Pipeline. So tell us about the show and the message behind it.
The message behind Pipeline is, some people will clearly say it's the school to prison pipeline story. This one is more about relationships and what happens with young people, especially young people of color, young males of color, who are not able to address certain issues. And once they get into that system, because those issues that they had been dealing with in the past weren't addressed properly, that they get caught up. And so this is really about relationships and how we should foster them and how we should go about taking care of them.
Wow. And Joshua, I know you weren't originally planning on being an actor, right? How did you get recruited for this? How did they discover you?
Working at a restaurant called Classic Eats in Burien, Washington. Been a server there for about 2 years. I've known Michelle Lang and Isaiah. I've served them multiple times. Didn't even know they were doing it. I just was serving them. Isaiah's always been so cool with me. Miss Michelle knows my mother, so you know we're always cool. And then one day, just like they texted Tony like, "Hey, like, can you have Josh reach out to us?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "You guys meet me?" And they're like, "Yeah, we have a little audition for you that we would like you to try out on." I'm like, okay, like,
Oh my
let's do it. Like,
gosh.
I was like, whatever. And,
Fully discovered.
And you're
I
liking
love
it.
yeah,
You're digging
ever
it.
Since then, you know, I've been particularly happy with this, and this could be a dream of mine.
That is so
beautiful.
cool.
Love to
We're
hear it.
regulars at the restaurant where he
Yes.
works. Classic
Yeah.
Eats.
Absolutely.
And so we would see him all the time just being so open with the customers, and we're like, he could do this. And when we thought about this role, we're like, I think Josh could actually pull this off. And so that's how it happened.
So you always hear those stories, but you're like, does that really happen? It happened.
It
Right here. Wow.
Here it
I
is.
was in the restaurant doing nothing. Now I'm here.
I love it. And Isaiah, you have produced and directed for over 25 years.
Yes.
Shows at the Paramount, the Moore, Seattle Rep Theaters. So talk to us about your journey as one of the few Black directors in the city.
Oh, well, man, I've just been blessed, truly. I came to Seattle in '84 from Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And was blessed enough to run into and be a part of the Langston Hughes Performing Arts Institute with Steve Sneed and Rico Bembry and all those guys from the Parks Department. And they took me under their wings, and I just kind of been studying and practicing and learning, and it's just a blessing to be able to give my view from an audience perspective when
Yeah.
I'm directing.
That's beautiful. And Michelle, we'd love to hear who you think the show is for. Why should people watch it?
Yeah, we think everybody should come to every show all the time. But this time, seriously, Pipeline is such an important story. It's such an important, relevant issue right now. The school to prison pipeline is a very real thing, and we're talking about it in an artistic way, but it's a lot to do with parenting and co-parenting and teachers and the people who work in schools and the people who work in social services and the people who just care about kids falling through the cracks. And so even though this seems like it's a show about kids, it's not. It's a show about the whole system. And so anybody that cares about the systems or systems that we all live in should come see this show. I think it's meaningful for so many segments of our society.
Yeah, and we're actually going to get to see a little preview of their upcoming production pipeline right now. So we're going to get off the stage. Take it away.
All right.
Omari, I think I'm in love with you.
I think I'm leaving.
Where you going?
Somewhere else. Got some money saved up, child support stash from the old man. It adds up when you don't spend it.
You just gonna run away from your problems?
What else am I gonna do? Stay here, let them take away my life, my future?
Maybe not.
Man, they recorded it.
So, threaten anybody who puts it up.
I'll never be able to trace it. If it goes viral, I'm a rap. And it's gonna go viral.
Forget it then. You'll be a celebrity.
I'll be public enemy #1.
You won't.
I'll be a monster.
You'll be that person nobody mess with.
That ain't the legacy I was trying to leave.
What legacy you gonna leave now? Running away?
I just gotta go, Jasmine.
Omari, where have you been?
With friends?
Friends.
Trying to catch a bus over to Oregon.
Oregon? Where were you gonna? Oregon.
My boy Rashad said he had a small crib there from when his father had passed. He said he had a couch.
So that's the plan, huh? Run off and not face any of this? Leave me here to deal with the mess. That's the plan?
It was something. I don't know about a plan.
Well, what happened? Plan go away?
I don't know, Ma. I just came back.
I see.
You been smoking?
You've been fighting?
You want to hear, or do you even care?
Don't do that, Omari.
Do what?
Ask if I care. Put this on me, deflect. That is not going to float right now.
I'm not trying to deflect right now, Ma. I'm asking if you care to hear, if you prefer not to hear, because maybe the details won't make it better right now.
I always care.
I'm not saying you don't.
Then yes, tell me the gory details. I want to know what devil got into your hands and made you attack.
You don't understand.
Make me.
Great job! Wow, that was intense.
That was so good.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Wow.
Of course.
Oh my goodness.
Woo. Joshua Webb, Rosa Nicole Brooker, and Dariana Thompson. That was so amazing. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you for
having
us.
us.
Again.
Thank you.
Excellent job. And again, you can catch acts on stage production of Pipeline. So emotional and beautiful. We have more information on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. Thank
Great
you
job
once
again.
again.
Thank you so much.
Coming up next, it is time for Emerald Eats.
Yes, Bar Soleil is showing us how to make their Neapolitan pizza. We'll be right back. It is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area. And if you weren't already hungry, you're about to be.
Right now. So today we are joined by Chef Brendan McGill from Bar Soleil. We are so excited to have you here. So you're located in downtown Seattle. Talk to us about the vibe you're putting out there.
First Marion, downtown Seattle.
Love it.
Sort of like Pioneer Square meets Central Business District.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then all the food there, it's inspired by different regions of Italy?
Yeah, regional Italian. It's
Yeah.
sort of breaking a bunch of rules. It's not strictly Neapolitan or Roman or Ligurian. We're just having fun cooking Italian food with Pacific Northwestern ingredients.
I love that. So we've been talking about this for like 2 days. What is Neapolitan?
Okay, Neapolitan is like the original pizza. It's very strict rules. Our pizzeria on Bainbridge follows the Vera Pizza Napoletana Association doctrine.
Oh,
Right.
so to call yourself
Rule.
Neapolitan, you have to follow certain rules.
It's just it's a
You'll
thing.
get arrested if you don't.
That's right. Neapolitan, you can break all the rules. So instead of 00 Italy or 00 flour from Italy, we also fold in Cairn Spring Mills flour from the Skagit Valley.
Okay.
And we raise the hydration and we stretch it a little differently. And we even use an electric oven, which Neapolitan technically has to be wood fire.
Not allowed. Oh.
So you can change all of the aspects of it, but keep the sort of the same genre. They call it pizza contemporanea in Italy, also known as neo-Neapolitan.
Contemporanea.
I love it. Let's get into making it.
Let's go. So this one is for you, too, over here.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And the first thing you want to do is just get flour sort of all over your hands.
Okay.
Right? And if you put your hands into a V shape like this,
Yes.
I already got your round, sort of nice and round, so move it around, make sure it's not sticking there. Put
like
your
how it
hands into the
feels.
V, and from the center, just push forward, and you're gonna wanna try to create what we call the cornicione, the crust.
Oh, okay.
See how I left that rim there?
Yeah.
All right, now,
Am I on the right track here?
yep, flip it over from the top to the back. There you go.
Ooh.
And now do the same technique to this side, like
Okay.
so, okay?
Do I need more flour? It's a little sticky.
Sure, yeah, if it's getting sticky,
Oh,
just,
yeah, just
all the
add
flour.
it in.
Throw it in there,
Fast
girl.
and loose here.
Now
Into
we're gonna
it.
go 90 degrees like this and flip it over, so I'm stretching
Oh, you're
another
stretching
side.
it.
So it's not
okay?
just getting really long as you're doing this. Okay.
And then I'm gonna go one more time and push in this direction here.
Okay.
So what we have, this is what they call, we've opened up the round. Now we have to actually stretch it. And
Okay.
There's a bunch of different ways to do this. The old school way is to keep it on the stone, and basically it's this move, right? So you're stretching and turning and stretching and turning. But we have this high hydration dough, so another move, I'm gonna get rid of a little bit of the extra flour. Take your hand like this and pull, and then
Like those
rotate.
noodles we
Pull.
made.
Oh, yeah, the handful noodles. Okay.
Yeah, so this
How am I
is,
doing here?
You're doing great.
Like
Yeah,
that?
just like that, yeah.
Okay.
He wouldn't tell you.
He wouldn't tell me that if it was that.
We have
It's
a-
just how it tastes in the
That's-
end.
that's
But I
right,
like
ma'am.
learning the methods
We have
here.
a very technical name for this. I call it the stretchy pull.
The stretchy
Stretchy
pull.
pull. I like it.
So then, once you get it open a little more, you can hang it, which is sort of a New York style, just two fists like this, and you just use gravity. And it's just gonna, it's gonna stretch itself out, basically.
I'm really
Okay.
excited to see this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You do the work
Right.
yourself, Stowe.
Yeah, you did it.
I'm hoping I don't punch a hole in it. How's it
Right.
looking?
It looks great. Look at
Yeah?
those. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So do you want to
Chef
make
said.
the do you want to make the margarita or the clam pizza? Because-
Margarita.
Margarita, yeah.
So then in that case, why don't you take this ladle
Okay.
and put about one ladle full
Oh, you? Sorry, good.
right in the middle. Actually, before you do that,
Okay.
I'm just going to get this a little wider open. Okay?
You don't like the air
I'm gonna
pockets
stretch it
that I
open.
left here?
Well, it's
It needs to
gonna-
be bigger, huh?
They're going to be bigger, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to open this up a little bit. I'm going to do one stretchy pull with a little twist, okay?
You could
I'll
always
work
use
on
a
my
chef's
skills.
touch.
There you
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
when I go out for pizza, I specifically request the slice with the air bubble in it.
Really?
There's something about it that's
Right
just
on
like
top.
so
Yep.
fun and so good to eat.
Okay,
Right.
use the bottom, and there you go. One even.
One
All right.
even
That sauce looks super
swipe.
fresh.
Now,
Okay.
it is. So those are our Solea tomatoes, which are San Marzano tomatoes imported from the foothills of Mount Vesuvius.
Oh, okay. I love.
Where's that?
It's Campania region of southern Italy, right in Naples. I'm going to make the clam pizza here because
wonderful.
this is called pizza vongole, and since you have the traditional.
So you do the sauce after
Well,
for
this
yours.
one is a white base.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that.
Cheese, clams.
And now
this
for
not the-
this one, should we throw some basil on there?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh,
Right.
It's not the fanciest olive oil dispenser you've ever
love
seen.
that. All right, let's get on it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to clean this up a little so we don't throw a whole bunch of flour in there. We're
You
gonna-
use what you needed. It was good.
Yeah.
We're going to cook this long enough until we can add the fresh water buffalo milk mozzarella.
So you don't put that all in at once.
Right, so
Interesting.
I'm going to just send this right into the mouth of the oven here. Now,
That looked very
saw a
cool
flame.
from the side,
Yeah.
I have
actually.
to turn this down a little bit because this oven likes to burn things, and the flour that was on there just poof. Right?
It'll
we go.
poof.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've never had an oven like this on our show
That's
before.
very
so
exciting.
This is the first.
It's the first time I've taken one of these to do something like this.
Oh,
so,
well,
yeah.
thanks for
Let's
for
see how it
bringing it
turns
here.
out.
There you go.
That is amazing.
So what we're going to try to do is let this set just long enough that we can pull it out and rotate it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, in the pizzeria, we can just get it near with the turning peel and turn it in
Yeah.
place. With this rig, it's a little bit harder.
Smaller spaces here,
so-
tighter spaces.
There we go. Ready?
How long does it usually take to cook a pizza? Because sometimes I feel like it comes out so fast.
This takes about 90 seconds.
Oh, that's very neat.
In the traditional, you can see we got these nice leopard spots over here.
Yes, that's beautiful.
And as that's cooking, just quickly mention what kind of drinks you have too.
So we have Negronis on tap.
Yes, yes.
And our wine here is from our importing partner, Soleil Wines.
Oh, cool. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay.
So one of my business partners goes all around Italy, brings these in direct, and we pour them at the restaurants. It's great to have wine you can't find really anywhere else.
Awesome. That's
Our
beautiful.
sort of
Goes well
namesake.
with a beautiful slice of pizza,
Yes.
right?
That's right.
That is amazing.
I'm just
check the
shocked at how
bottom.
quick this is cooking
know,
here
you
too.
cannot
We
get
have like less than a
distracted.
minute left in the show,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's gonna all come together.
We're looking good on the bottom.
Okay.
And I just want to get a little color on that side.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna pull it off. I'm gonna find a landing place here.
Okay, right here.
All right.
This feels right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Let's call
Here,
it.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
All right.
There we
now,
go.
Now,
Cheese.
of course.
Yes.
Right.
I
That's
love
a
that fresh
beauty.
buffalo mozzarella too.
That's right.
And you know, Carly and I were just talking about how often the most like simple, minimal ingredients, that's how it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
This
how
is
you
like
make good pizza.
Soleil means foundation, right? Like the sole of a shoe or like a solefish, right?
Yeah.
So the tomatoes are the foundation. And
Melty.
yeah, there we go. So we just took the chill off of it. Now you can hit it with a little olive oil. Why don't you sprinkle some of the grana padano cheese on there?
Gladly.
Now we do only have 15 seconds, so you'll have to join us on our social media channels to check us out eating this tasty food. Thank you, Brendan, so
There you
much
go.
for coming.
You were so awesome, and we finished it. There we go.
She's
Full
a
recipe
beauty.
on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
Have a great day.
We're gonna eat this now.
So good.
Take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sun shining through the clouds. I'm gonna